We need a new Battlefield. In 2013, Battlefield 4 launched alongside of Call of Duty Ghost. Now, a lot of people, in the Call of Duty franchise were planning on buying Ghost, but for me, I was a Call of Duty fan, I decided, I'm not gonna get Ghost. It looks awful. I just played Black Ops 2. I want something new, and Battlefield 4 looked amazing. Now, of course, I got it for the 360, and it was still amazing for me. I got it in 2013 for the Xbox 360, and I loved it. I loved Rush because I had Battlefield Bad Company. That was the only Battlefield I had ever played, and I loved Rush in that, and I loved Rush in Battlefield 4 for the Xbox 360, and, Conquest was still good, TDM, Domination, all those other game modes were still good. And then in 2014, I got the Xbox One, and I got Battlefield 1 for it, and it was just even better. I mean, the graphics, the upgrade blew me away. The increased server, you could have 64 people in the same lobby. It was insane. Playing Operation Locker for the first time with 64 people was just crazy. 64-man Rush should be every Rush game mode. I love it. It's just, Battlefield 4 has just been such a great game, and even 2015, after all the DLCs had come out, they were still making maps. They made Dragon Valley, they remastered an entire map and just put it out there for free. They made Zavod Graveyard Shift and just put it out there for free. They even did the community operations where they had us, help them make the map and give them feedback along the way and show us the process of making the map. And Operation Outbreak was such a great Rush map. It was just such a great overall map. Arguably one of the best Battlefield maps in history. Just a pity that it came late and not a lot of people got to experience it. But either way, Battlefield 4 has just been such a great game, and, despite people saying, look, it had a rough launch, and I know it had a rough launch because of all the people that say it do. Now, I personally did not get to experience, all of the technical difficulties that it had, but, from what I hear, look, it did have a rough launch, and Battlefield Hardline and Battlefront showed that, look, they can fix it, and DICE LA did a great job with fixing this game over time. They did a point where they redid Rush entirely for the main 10 maps. It was just literally all that they have done for this game to make it where it is now. It is like near perfect. The only thing, it's just missing one thing, and that is the player count. So Battlefield 4 wasn't really exactly expected to have this 3-year life cycle that it did. Obviously Hardline was just coming out right after all of the Battlefield DLCs had been released. And then even after Hardline, Battlefront was coming out in late 2015. Those two games by DICE and EA were supposed to kind of give Battlefield 4 a break from its life cycle, and instead those two games totally flopped because after Hardline came out, after the first week, the player count was already below 6 people, and Battlefront just had the same problem because it just doesn't have any content. And people turned back to Battlefield 4, and it turns out for Battlefield 4 that they got to extend their life cycle a lot more than they thought they would have, and it's done a great job doing that. It's like I said, it's just an incredible game right now. Nothing compares to it of any game that I have on the Xbox One. And it just literally, I love this game so much, but like I said, it's come to an end. Player counts have dropped, server counts have dropped. Rush is my favorite game mode in Battlefield, and there's just not a lot of Rush servers out there. You can't really find that many, especially in the DLCs, there aren't any. It's all in the main map just because there's not enough people with the DLCs, even though they gave them away for free, that are just on this game playing. And like I said, it's really hard to find a server that's not like Operation Locker or Gold Medal Railway Conquest. And, like I said, player counts have dropped. A lot of the times when you do get into a match and you finish that match, you're going to see half of the lobbies drop off their players, and it's just really annoying to deal with. And it's just Battlefield 4 is just slowly starting to lose its edge, and Battlefield 1 is just coming at the right time. Battlefield 1 is just a few days away from launch, and I am just so happy, not because I'm super excited for Battlefield 1, but because I'm excited for people to be on just a Battlefield game again. And I know that when I pick up when I download Battlefield 1 and I start playing it, there's going to be tons of servers to join. There's going to be tons of people online. We're not going to have to deal with low player counts on any server. We're not going to deal with having to find a server. There's going to be all kinds of servers out there to play on any game mode I want. Obviously, Rush and Operations are going to be the main two I'm going to be playing. I cannot wait for those two. There's going to be all new guns to try out, all new things to unlock. And it's really just, there's more stuff to do and more people to play with. That's just the main problem Battlefield 4 has right now. It's just there's just not enough people online, and Battlefield 1 team is going to make sure that there are now a ton of people playing a Battlefield game. And I cannot wait for Friday when Battlefield 1 releases. And like I said, Battlefield 4, it is a perfect game as it stands right now. There's just not enough people playing it, and it is just time for a new Battlefield. And I could not be happier that we are just days away from the next Battlefield, and it's going to be in a new setting with all new guns, all new game modes, all new graphics. Even the graphics look a ton better. Right now, to me, Battlefield 1 just puts any game out there to shame with its graphics, its great multiplayer, and all it has to offer. I cannot wait for Battlefield 1. So like I said, this is my farewell to Battlefield 4. Again, it's probably in like the top 3 games of all time for me. This has just been such an incredible game since 2013 when this game came out. This game has just gave me so many experiences and so many fun times, and I just cannot wait for the next Battlefield to come out. I'm so hyped up for Battlefield 1. We need a new Battlefield, and Battlefield 1 is here to do it, and it's arguably going to be the best Battlefield ever. So, that about wraps it up. I'm Sergeant Strategy from Battlefield 1 Central, and I will see you guys later.